Hi everyone, Ravi this side. Welcome to Engineering Adda. So in the previous video of this series, we discussed how to create your own custom component, and we also used a lot of static data there. But in this video, I'm just going to discuss what is data binding and how we can call our data dynamically. So let's get started for that. So let me go to the Visual Studio Code, and here you can see in the previous video we have created our own custom component, which is my component. And coming to the HTML of that, you can see we have used this static data to create the table, right? So let me try to run this application. So let me try to open a terminal here, and let me try to run the command ng serve space minus minus open. Okay, so it will build our application and then it will host our application locally on the port number 4200. Okay, so you can see this is the table that we have created in our child component. Okay, so this is the static table, static data we are providing. So let me go to the Visual Studio Code. Here you can go to the HTML and you see this is the table. Okay, and these are the fields of the table, and these are the data which we are providing statically, right? So how we can provide this data dynamically? So this is the today's topic. So let me try to create a new component, and then we'll try to see how we can render our data dynamically. So let me try to stop this application, and now let me try to create one custom component called product. Okay, so for that let me try to run the command ng generate and then component and the component name, let's say product. Okay, and then enter it. So yeah, you can see our product component is created here. Okay, so let me go to the product component, and you can see these four files are created here. Now what I need to do, let me try to create one entity class here with the name called product.ts. So go to the product, new file, and then let me create one entity class product.ts. Okay, how we create our entity class in the Java, similarly here we are creating the product entity class. So let me create the class export class, and the class name, let's say it is product. Okay, let me try to create some instance variable here. Let's say I'm going to create the product ID, and it is of number type. Let me try to create the name, price, okay, and the quantity of the product. Okay, so let me try to remove these errors. So we are good now. So we have created our entity class called product. Okay, now we need to instantiate this product, right? So let me go to the component.ts file. So here we are going to create the object of the product entity that we have created, and then we'll try to instantiate that. So before going to create the object, let me try to import the product class here. So let me copy this import statement, just paste it down, and then we are going to include the product here. So product, and let me try to provide the location which is from product. Okay, so we included our product entity class here, right? Now let me try to create the object of that and then instantiate that. So let's say the object is product, and Let me try to instantiate it. Okay, so let's say the ID is 101 and the name of the product is mobile, and let's say we have what other fields we have the let me go to the product.ts and then name, price and quantity. So name, price, let's say 10,000, and then quantity, let's say 1. Okay, so we are good now. Just save this file. Let me try to summarize what we did now. So we have created the product.ts class, and we came to the component.ts class, and then we have created one object of that product.ts class and then instantiated that. Okay, so we are good now. Now let me go to the product component.html, and here let me try to remove this. Okay, and then let me go to the earlier created component, which is my component, and there in the HTML we have the table. Okay, so let me try to copy this table. So let me try to do Control C and then come to the product component.html, paste it out here, and let me try to remove this static data. So let me try to remove this. Okay, and now what we are going to do, we are just going to call our data dynamically. So let me try to remove the table name. Let's say product table. Sorry, product table. Okay, here what are the fields? ID, name, let's say product ID, product name. Okay, and then price. Let me copy this, paste it out here, and the other field was quantity. Okay, we are good now. Let me try to dynamically call those data. So let me try to remove this. So we have created one object called product. So we are using this product object to call our data. So let me go to the HTML and let me try to call the ID here. Okay, let me go to the component.ts. ID is a small id. Okay, let me go to the HTML, paste it out here. Now let me try to copy this, paste it here, here. Let me try to copy the whole row, paste it here, and let me try to use the attributes that we have created there. So ID is there, name is there, and price and the quantity. Okay, let me, quantity is small, right? Okay, so we are good now. So what we did, we created one product.ts entity file. We created one object of that. We instantiate that object, and then coming to the HTML file, we are dynamically calling that values. Okay, so let's save this now. Okay, we are good now. So what? Let me go to the product component.ts and save this file as well, and save the file product.ts. Okay, now let me try to run this application. So ng serve minus minus open. Okay, so wait for some time. So it is start building our application, and our application is up on the port number 4200. Okay, but we are not able to see our data, right? Why? Because we are not calling our selector inside the app.html. So let me go to the studio. So finally what we need to do, we need to call our selector. So just copy this selector. Now go to the app component.html and then call it here and just save it. Okay, now go to the browser. You can see we are able to see our table, product table, and we can also see our data which we call dynamically. So this is how we can dynamically call our data in the Angular, and this is also called as one-way data binding. Okay, so let me try to go to the Visual Studio. Let me try to remove this custom component and just save it. Now come here. So we are good now. So we have created one product table and we are dynamically calling that data from the object that we have created. Okay, so this is how you can do a dynamic data call in Angular, and this is also called as one-way data binding. So if you like the video, please hit the like button and please subscribe the channel for more such content.